Howdy friends, and welcome back to Toy Box Nostalgia. I'm Douglas, and in this video we are going to be unboxing and reviewing and taking a very close look at the absolute brand new 2024 Mattel Turtles of Grayskull Splinter Skull. That's right, my friends. This absolutely incredible version of Splinter is currently available through Target. It's a Target exclusive. It's available in the Target app, and there's a lot of stuff on the shelves in my local Target, including stuff that Walmart store has yet to ship me. Anyways, this is a deluxe action figure, which means it came in like this really nice deluxe box. Came with some parts from Mattel, has a really nice artwork on the back, and honestly, this might be my absolute all-time favorite Splinter action figure. Wait until you see this. Absolutely amazing. Can't wait to get this open. Before we dive in, I have to say thank you so much to everybody for your kind words that you sent to me in emails and messages, other social media platforms, and even comments here on YouTube during my time of grief. I truly appreciate all of that support, and it absolutely means a lot to me. Thank you so much for that. I honestly had no idea where this channel would go, and it would grow into what it is today. I've met so many absolutely amazing people that I hope are with me forever. Thank you so much. During my hiatus, I accumulated very large towers of toys that are in boxes that I need to open up here with you, and the room is getting I'm feeling claustrophobic right now, so I need to increase the frequency of the videos coming out, and I'd love to know what you would all like to see. I have a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff, Masters of the Universe stuff, and even other things that I wanted to open up here on the channel with you. So please drop a comment below letting me know what you want to see next. I mean, I do have a schedule right now for the next 3 or 4 videos, but after that, I'll absolutely accommodate what you all would like to see the most. If you're new to Toy Box Nostalgia and you'd love to see more content like this show up into your YouTube newsfeed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It truly helps out the channel. And if you enjoy the content of this video, please give me a thumbs up. That helps me out tremendously, and I love you so much forever for it. Thank you so much again for watching. Give me about 10 to 15 seconds to set everything up here, and I'm going to catch you, my friends, after this quick break. Alright, so as usual, before we dive in and tear this open, let's take a look at packaging. This packaging we've seen before. This is the Target exclusive deluxe single packed action figure with the Mattel Build-A-Figure parts. So we know that this Turtles of Grayskull up here is going to be super gloss. These pictures of Splinter are also super gloss. Not sure if you can see that in the reflection or not. But we actually have 4 total paintings of Splinter. Take a look at this one. Top left, top right, we have this one. Over here on the side, we have a really nice one on the left side. On the right side, we do have this one. So that's absolutely, I love this one. This one looks awesome. I think they all look great. Actually, I love the battle poses. I love it all. So it says Splinter Skull, Spiritual Sensei, right there on the top of the box in that really nice 1980s Masters of the Universe promotional font that we saw as kids. We do have this really cool almost Super 7 Ultimates like box with like this big window being essentially just broken out bricks on here. I think that's fantastic. The purple and the green, I love that because I think Super 7 was using purple for antagonists and green for a protagonist or something like that. They were definitely using 2 different colors for their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy line, and this packaging is just, I don't know, it's kind of cool. It reminds me a lot of it. We got a lot of ooze coming out of here. Absolutely awesome. We got that really nice clear sticker right there. Masters of the Universe X Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mattel logo at the bottom right. So here's something different. On the back, we have a massive piece of artwork right here. And I love that about these deluxe action figures and the fact that Mattel's using a lot more cardboard these days for their packaging. Oh, I also didn't notice that this packaging is unpunched. Very cool. The top left, we have Masters of the Universe logo. Top right, Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But look at this picture. Absolutely awesome. It looks to me like it came from a comic book, to be honest with you. That's the type of artwork it is. Like, take a look at Raphael there on the left. On the right here, we have Michelangelo, we have Donatello, we have April O'Neil as the Sorceress, we have Casey Jones, and we have Splinter Skull right here. We have Leonardo, and we have He-Man right there also. Transformed plain old He-Man. I love the color scheme. I love the mood. And just everything about this is absolutely awesome. Even the atmosphere, too. Like, take a look at that. We still get that Castle of Grayskull, like green bricks up here with the purple shading on it. But look back there. There's like an open door, and you could see Eternia. You know, just like, I don't know. It just looks absolutely awesome. Here's a blurb right here. I'm going to zoom in right here and pause in case you want to read it. We have a single action picture right here, and it just shows that we could put the spear in Splinter Skull's hand. Here we have Build-A-Figure, Metal Botto. Looks like we're just getting a torso. So I believe what we need is all of this stuff right here on the right as far as his left arm and all of these components right here. And we need the 2 feet. So I'm guessing action figure number 4, which was Two-Bop Steady, is going to have those inside there. But this is what Metal Bottle should look like. Flipping over to the bottom, here's the barcode in case you need it. Let's go ahead and tear this open. Okay, opening this up, we have really nice artwork right here already on one of the flaps, which shows us that we can, in fact, take the cane from Splinter and place this tiny little power dagger or power sword into it, or we could just place it into his hand, and we can, in fact, remove the cloak. It looks like the King Grayskull cloak. So here he is, my friends, outside of the box in that really nice bubble, and we do have that background we've seen before with these deluxe action figures. It's just like a really nice green that fades up into a sun, essentially the sky. It's very warm tone in the sky and in the atmosphere, and then we have green, which is probably like bushes and stuff. You know, I always remember Eternia as being a really lush, beautiful place. We have this right here, which is definitely not a comic book. It's another piece of cardboard, but has amazing artwork on it. Yeah, take a look at that. Look at this artwork on here. Absolutely astonishing, right? Look at the candles, like he's levitating and he's meditating. Look at his face and his eyes. That's so cool. Flipping over to the back, we can learn more about Splinter Skull. And we have another amazing picture of him. Look at that. Very, very nice. I love that. Ooze again. This looks like the front of the box. So here's our complimentary instructions. Take a look at that. We can remove the head. We can remove the arms of the shoulders. We can remove the hands. Looks like we can remove the tail. And we can remove the feet at the boot cut. We can also break the action figure in half here at the waist. Removable parts. Remove and swap parts. Exclamation points, Mattel logo. And here's the action figure within the bubble. This is the packaging bubble that came within the box. And we have the action figure. We have this, actually it's technically 2 accessories. We have the cane, and we also have the power sword. It kind of looks like a dagger. Because you know, Splinter's a little bit smaller, so he's supposed to be anyway. He's definitely a regular origin size here. Then we have the cape here with the big pelt on the top, soft rubber, very cool. And then we have these 2 parts here. We have Metal Botto parts, looks like. Very cool. Here's everything outside of the bubble, my friends. Let's go ahead and start by taking a look at this accessory right here, which is technically 2 accessories. Comes apart. Take a look at this power dagger, right? Or power sword, whatever it is. For a sword, it's rather short, and it has a very wide blade, which I like. I think that's really cool. It has a very long handle on it. I think this weapon looks awesome, and it's a translucent blue. I don't know if I'll be able to show you. Yeah, you could see. You could see right through that, pretty much. And then we have Splinter's cane right here. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. It's like a copper color. It's not even really like brown. It's like copper. Very cool. And then you just put it together just like that. Very nice. Here's the cape with this big fur pelt on the top here. This is a rubber. All of it's like soft rubber. Feels pretty awesome. I love this King Grayskull stuff here. Like, that's just really cool. The cape, you know, with this shape right here. And it is torn up. You can see parts are just missing from it. But take a look at that texture that they put in there. It looks like canvas in person. Very cool. And then the pelt, it kind of, I'm going to be honest with you, it kind of looks like soggy, shredded mini wheats. Yeah, or like a bunch of tan-colored worms is what it looks like to me. You know, it's got to be hard to sculpt fur, right? I don't know. So then we get, as you saw, these two metal bottom pieces. Very cool. We get a shield right here, which has a bunch of peg holes on it to put some accessories onto, and then we get this torso. Finally, we get this hand right here. Now this hand I completely forgot to show you while it was in the bubble, but it does come with the action figure. It's like an open claw hand. The hands on the action figure look like they are just grip hands. So he doesn't come with a fist or an open hand or the hand with the pinky like the NECA version did, but he does come with two grip hands, and he comes with this, you know, summoning claw hand, essentially. I don't know. But here's the action figure, my friends. Let's begin by taking a close look at details. Love looking at details first, right? Let's start with that head. Very nice. Look at his nose. Oh, so cool. So he definitely looks like Splinter to me. I love how big his snout is. Very large nose, like a booble snoot nose. He kind of has the nose of like a dog. Like, doesn't that look like it's from a big dog? Very cool. He does have these dreadlocks here, like King Grayskull does, with the long hair. Just love that. And the big X up here at the top. This emblem right here is pretty much straight up from King Grayskull's. I think this armor piece is what the Masterverse version of King Grayskull had from the Revelations cartoon. And I really like that. I think that's cool. Reusing the stuff is cool. And the fact that Splinter is here in Eternia, in spirit, and the embodiment of the power of Grayskull makes so much sense to like mash him up with King Grayskull to me. Take a look at the kimono. Kind of the same color as that Revelations King Grayskull. The fur and the arms are kind of that color too. I believe King Grayskull from Revelations was a little more red tone in the skin in the legs. This is just straight up like a light brown. It looks really good. Like this is how I remember Splinter, you know, just this anthropomorphic rat with a big tail. Was kind of frail too. This Splinter does not look frail. He's very muscular. Take a look at those Origins arms, right? And he's got like the long extended forearms too, that we've seen with some of the creatures that we've got already from Turtles of Grayskull from this toy line. Like, for instance, Beastman. I think maybe that's a reuse of Beastman's arm, not sure. He's got gauntlets on here that are silver, look really cool. And the kimono looks like it's two separate pieces. So you have this piece right here, which I believe is the same piece as the belt, looking at it right there. And then the top of the kimono, as you see it's turning, is probably a removable piece of clothing. We'll take a look at that in a second. But I absolutely love this. The color choice, like the palette used for this, fantastic. Like, take a look at the white teeth right there, and then you can see the cream color at the top of the boots. So the back of the cross armor right here has two peg holes, so he can in fact like have a shield on his back. His tail, we have to take a look at his tail. This is a rat's tail, and as you may have seen earlier, it just like kind of comes out just on a peg. Very cool. And he's got a hole in his butt right there. And you just put the plug in it, and then that's it. You have a tail. So take a look at this. Like, this part of the tail kind of looks like a worm to me, like Earthworm Jim. And then we have like fur sculpted into the tail itself, just like we do. Like this fur like kind of matches the fur on his face and on his arms, just all the same color, except for this piece of the tail where the fur has fallen off, maybe due to age, or it just dragging on the ground, or him using it to stand in action figure form all the time, right? I don't know. The details, I think, 100%. This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. So next thing we're going to take a look at is articulation, right? So we have the head on a typical Masters of the Universe Origins ball joint right here. You can see the peg hole right there. So this is going to spin 360 if you wanted to, turn it all the way around. We do have some tilt, but these pieces right here, I don't know if they have to go in the front or not. See, if you do that like that, now he gets really good head tilt, right? If you put these hair pieces back here. But I think they're meant to just come forwards like this. And I'm pretty sure the Revelations version of King Grayskull had that. Down here at the arm, we have a peg. As you see right there, the peg hole points down towards the pelvis, typical Masters of the Universe Origins peg style, where we do have this really nice hinge right here. It's a large peg, so it could spin 360 at the shoulder. and it can move in and out. Very cool. We do not have a bicep cut still, unfortunately, but moving down to the elbow, we do have this hinge right here, and it's kind of like on a peg, though I don't think it comes out. So it can swivel, and we got the hinge, and then down at the wrist, we have hinges in the actual palm instead of the top of the wrist. And that is the same with the additional hand that this comes with. So we could just go ahead and just put that on. So we do have that peg so we could swivel, and we got the hinge to move it inwards, right? So he can do some pretty serious poses, right? Very cool. Moving down to the waist, we do break apart at the waist, and we do have that Masters of the Universe Origins peg, as you see right there. So we could spin 360 if we wanted to. Very cool. And then down at the legs here, this is going to be Masters of the Universe Origins style legs. They don't drop down, but they are, as you could see, you could kind of see in there, there's 2 ball joints in there and 1 peg that goes across both sides. So you get a really nice range of articulation. So this dude can do some pretty awesome kicks, and he can look forward pretty well due to the shape of his head. So he can see where he's kicking. That's very cool. Down to the knees, we swivel at the knees, and then we have a hinge at the knees, and then we swivel at the boot cut right here because this is on a peg. Masters of the Universe Origin style peg right there. And this boot says L for left. And then down at the foot, we have a hinge at the foot, and we do have a rocker. Last piece of articulation is the tail. As we saw, it is on a peg, and there is a hinge. The hinge goes really far to the left or the right, or up and down. However you like to configure the tail. Like you could put the tail upwards like this, so he could go left and right. And if we turn the tail this way, it can go up and down. Very cool. And that is all of the articulation and details of the Splinter Skull and all of the accessories so far. So let's go ahead and take a look at what he looks like without the armor on. Do you see here? It's got this nice peg system. I love that. I'm going to take this apart just for a minute here. And look at that. If you want to take off the kimono, there are 2 very large, long style pegs, elongated, that go into these holes here. Okay, so this is what he looks like without the King Grayskull, style kimono and armor and stuff on. He does remind me a lot of Beastman, like the sculpt on the buck right here. Look at all the fur even on his back. Definitely looks like an anthropomorphized rat. Another cool thing is we get another belt. See, this belt was actually part of this piece right here, as I said before when we were looking at the details. This is another He-Man Masters of the Universe style belt, and we get the loincloth underneath it also. Very cool. So yeah, I don't know, I love those eyes. Like, I love the eyes, and I love the head sculpt, the teeth. I kind of wish that he had like an articulating bottom jaw. That'd be kind of cool, but this is Origin style, so this goes together really well, comes apart really well. This accessory, this big cape, very, very easy to get to put on. Yeah, take a look at me now, right? Said the rat. Look at him. Looks absolutely awesome. So this looks great. Like, this really looks like King Grayskull to me. I don't even have this piece on yet. So let's put everything on. The family crest part right there, those 3 circles on either side here, that's 3D. That's part of the sculpt. That's not just like printed on there. Very cool. All right, so this is him with everything on. The cape, the pelts of fur at the top here, the cross armor, his kimono, everything. Just everything. He's even got his claw hand in, as you see there. He's got his weapon, as we see here. His feet are so cool. They are like rat feet. Like very large claws on them, and we have fur sculpted into them. But we still have, like, as you see there, those little, like, wraps we have around his feet to keep his arch support. It's just, this sculpt this is awesome. I think this might actually be my favorite Turtles of Grayskull action figure now. To be honest with you, I've always liked Splinter a lot, and I loved my Playmate Splinter as a kid. But this, I'm going to be honest, I don't know, something about this is very cool. Like, this soft material reminds me a lot of the Ram Man action figure that we got, that I had cut and customized. So I can't imagine this action figure being hard to customize, especially considering how much fur sculpt and detail there is. Like, doing a wash on this, on these arms, or even on his head, parts of his head here, even on this piece, like with maybe a lighter brown color. It would just look absolutely fantastic. Here I would use dark brown right here, like a warm color dark brown, to wash that out. In the feet especially, maybe make his claws like a different color, like black. You know, even the claws and the fingertips right here. I bet you this would look amazing, absolutely amazing customized. Here's all the Metal Botto parts that I have right now. This is actually from Michelangelo, but I was messing around with Metal Bottos. Let's go ahead and try on our new torso. Oh, quite a snap, right? I can hear stuff going on in there. Oh, look, it's got that gear right there. That's probably what pushes up on the little headpiece that we learned before. I'm guessing when this turns, this gear right here moves, and as it's moving, it's pressing up on here. So his head is probably going to, yeah, that's very cool. I love that. This, does this come off? Holy cow, this does come off. And the gears actually move. So that's a surprise. I guess I should say spoiler alert here. That's very cool. Look how much better that looks, actually. Those gears are awesome, and we know that there's a fourth. There's probably more than the 3 gears that we see, but we know for a fact that there's that fourth one right there. A very large one spins in the background, which, you know, makes the face move. Why would somebody want this on here? This is his shell. I'm guessing it goes on this way. Yeah, gonna have to, because see the handle sticking out of the shell right there. It's gonna go into the small of his android robot back. I only have one arm, unfortunately, so I'm guessing the 2-bop steady is going to be action figure number, you know, build a figure, BAF, whatever you want to call it. Part set 4 out of 4. This is part set 3 out of 4, which was just the torso, this green piece, and the shield back here. So yeah, another thing I noticed was this hand right here. I don't know if you know this or not. This hand came with Hordak from Masterverse, the Princess of Power version of Hordak, but it did have a stationary peg. Yeah, take a look at here. I just pulled it out. This was the one that came with the Masterverse version. See how big that peg is, so it wouldn't fit, though it does. I feel like it looks a lot cooler. I don't know why. In person especially, this one's just blue. It's like a silver blue color. Looks really cool. I don't even remember what figures came with what, and I don't even know this is everything I got. I know for a fact that this piece right here, I got this piece, which goes into the wrist, so that you can use these extensions like on the hand, or you can use the hand itself. As you see, this is in fact the right hand of Metal Botto, and the hinge goes into the palm there. But I think this is turning out really cool, to be honest with you, so far. This is looking awesome. And he has so many peg holes. Like he's got one on his wrist. You know, he's got one. Does this even go on here? This, something about this just really reminds me of RoboForce. Do you remember RoboForce? The peg system and putting these things on here. This is what I mean. This is RoboForce. These things right here. Yeah, that's right. Because they did have peg holes. And they had these holes right here where you can put weapons into these. That's why it reminds me of that. Look at these big clunky things. I got an idea. What if we use parts from this dude? This dude kind of looks like robotic to me, right? He's got the same kind of accessory setup here where you plug this stuff into the arm. All right, we have another hand. Yes, we do. Check this out. We can go like this. Yeah, take a look at that. That's pretty rad looking, right? I think that's pretty cool. Let's get some feet going here. Okay, so his feet look goofy because they're so small. I'm guessing Metal Botto's feet are going to be huge metal feet that look like Metalhead's feet, you know, like from the cartoon and the 2012 cartoon, right? His feet were huge in that one, I remember. But yeah, I don't know. This looks really cool. I can't wait to get the actual real parts and finish building it. Looks really awesome. And again, I'm not sure why you would want to cover up that piece. Make him look more like a turtle. Yeah, I get that. That's kind of cool. But still, that's awesome right there. And the fact that those move. Anyways, this was fantastic. This was an awesome buy, and my local Target actually has them on the shelf still. I pre-ordered it, and they put them on the shelf before sending me the pre-order, which I'm not mad about because I like opening stuff up here with you on the channel anyways. I think this is my favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Masters of the Universe action figure for Turtles of Grayskull. Let me know what you think in the comments. This has been the Toy Box Nostalgia unboxing, review, and super close look at Splinter Skull. If you did enjoy the content of this video, please consider hitting that thumbs up button for me. It really helps out. And thank you so much for sticking to the end, my friend. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week, and remember, collect and shoot.